Indeed, thanks very, very much, Valen. Yeah, here at the World Economic Forum, and we've been meeting some of the role players that are here engaging and talking to one another at the World Economic Forum, because that's really what it's all about, is bringing the continent together and those that are also from behind, just in terms of having discussions as to many different things of how to bring this continent forward. It's an international platform engaging business, political, academic and other world leaders on how to shape local and global agendas in pursuit of global solutions. Well, I think the best person to talk about this is the actual director of the WEF in Africa, Elsie Kanza, who is with us on the program. It's so good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne.
All right, so we've got the summit taking place starting from today all the way until Friday. I mean, we've got business people and leaders from all over the continent. Let's firstly talk about some of those highlights. Who is actually going to be in attendance?
Well, we have an unprecedented turnout with... Is he okay? Oh, go on.
Yeah, carry on. Talk to me.
All right. So we have an unprecedented turnout in terms of all the participants from our different stakeholder communities, and we have from the government. Our host, President Zuma. We have the Vice President of Ghana, we have the Prime Minister of Namibia, we have the Prime Minister of Swaziland, and we have the Vice President of Botswana who will be coming. We have over 80 of our international companies represented. This is also unprecedented and just underscores the fact that Africa remains an important investment destination, and South Africa in particular. So we're very excited about that. We also have very strong participation from our youth communities, young global leaders and global shapers, as well as a very high participation of women leaders, right? So for the first time ever, we're at 26%, so we're incredibly excited about that. We look at the agendas going forward, and I can imagine there are so many things that are affecting the continent, and to narrow it down must be quite a difficult thing. How do you come up with the agendas and the things that are going to be discussed? Well, our meeting is really an annual gathering of our communities that we're engaging with throughout the year. So it's very much a consultative process with them about what they see as key priorities for this particular discussion. This year was pretty special because it's also marking 25 years of the forum's engagement in Africa, and therefore allows us to take a much broader view about what has happened over the past 25 years in terms of lessons learned. And at this pivotal point where we have a lot of global and regional decisions being taken, to be able to inform the long-term perspective looking forward another 25 years. Yeah. So the key areas that have been identified are those that our communities feel are critical in terms of really pinning down how we can move forward and change things, right? So either to tap opportunities, for instance, growing the private sector, really making the reforms that have been undertaken, translate into profits, basically. Then also unemployment remains with us, poverty, inequality, right? What do we need to do differently? Because we have a pretty good idea of what doesn't work, as well as what works.
Well, you get a lot of people that are critical in terms of these meetings and gatherings, because at the end of the day, it's your normal average person on the side of the road who wants to see a difference and wants decisions to be taken, perhaps behind these closed doors and in these sessions that'll affect their lives and make their lives better. Does this forum offer that opportunity?
Sure. I mean, let's take one critical challenge, which is the food challenge, right? How do we ensure food security? Africa remains a net importer of food to the tune of about $35 billion per annum, yet we have 60% of the world's arable land, right? 70% of our people are employed in that sector still, and with very low productivity. Over the last 3 years, in particular, with our Grow Africa initiative, which was launched here in Cape Town in 2011, we have seen commitments from the business community, not just international but local as well as smallholder farmers, to the tune of over $7 billion, right? And this is already translated into tens of thousands of jobs, as well as indirectly impacting the lives and well-being of millions of farmers and pastoralists. So this is the importance of the forum, being able to bring together these leaders. We're able to exchange insights as well as commit to partnerships. So this Grow Africa is a partnership between the forum and its broad communities, as well as the African Union Commission and the NEPAD agency, and really looking for synergies and saying, how can we work together rather than apart so that we can scale up the impact? So it's not that things aren't happening across the continent. A lot of things are being done, but it's all in isolation. So the value of convening these different groups is to say, well, we can do more if we work together than the little we're doing separately that is affecting a few, and yet the challenge is so enormous.
Just finally, what are you looking forward to most? I mean, out of all of these sessions and all these incredible guests that are here, is there one particular session you really are looking forward to?
I've been thinking about that, and really I'm looking forward to creating miracles, right? We're going to add another 1 billion young people to the labor force in Africa over the next 25 years. Today, 50% of our young people are unemployed. We are in a crisis. Right. So as much as we're doing good things, we really need to bridge this gap about creating jobs. What new jobs do we need to create? What new industries? We have an exciting group of people, not just from the continent, over 40 countries represented, but from around the world, right? 80 countries. Surely we can crack this nut, right? And really see some real breakthroughs in terms of ideas and new thinking.
I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for talking to us. Getting ready to start in, I suppose, a couple of minutes' time, the World Economic Forum in Africa. Elsie Kana, the director, and the lady with a lot on her shoulders for today and the next couple of days. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
All right, absolute pleasure. All right, well, let's take a break here on the program, or go back to the Johannesburg studio. It sounds like Velen and Ayanda are talking all things to do with running. To be honest with you, I'm glad I'm not with you. I have to be honest. I've got nothing to contribute. Ladies,